the date of the accident. It runs again as a warning to others, plunging into the gap, shrieking like a lost soul. Percy, what are you talking about? The ghost train. Driver saw it last night. Where? Asked Thomas and Toby together. He didn't say, but it must have been on our line. He says ghost trains run as a warning to others. Shivering. Ooh, it makes my wheels wobble to think of it. Ha! Said Thomas. You're just a silly little engine, Percy. I'm not scared. Thomas didn't believe in your ghost, said Percy the next morning. His driver laughed. Neither do I. It was a pretend ghost on television. Percy was disappointed. But he was too busy all day with his stone trucks to think about ghosts. That evening, he came back, light engine from the harbor. He liked running at night. He coasted along without effort, the rails humming cheerfully under his wheels and signal lights changing to green at his approach. Percy knew where he was, even in the dark. Crow's Farm Crossing, we shammy along now. Sam, a farmer, had forgotten that Mr. Crow wanted him to take a load of lime to a field. When he remembered, it was nearly dark. He drove in a hurry, bumped over the crossing, and sank his cart's front wheels in mud at the field's gate. The horse tried hard, but couldn't move it. The cart's tail still found the railway. Sam gave it up. He unharnessed his horse and rode back to the farm for help. There's still time. The next train isn't due for another hour. But he reckoned without Percy. Percy broke the cart to smithereens. Lime flew everywhere. He puffed quickly to the nearest signal box. Hello, said the signalman. What have you done to Percy? He's white all over. Percy's driver explained what had happened. I'll see to it, said the signalman, but you better clean Percy or people will think he's a ghost. Percy chuckled. Let's pretend I'm a ghost and scare Thomas. That'll teach him to say I'm a silly little engine. Toby, who was nearby, promised to help. Thomas was being oiled up for his evening train. Percy had an accident, cried Toby. Poor engine, said Thomas. Botheration! That means I'll be late. They've cleared the line for you, Toby went on, but there's something worse. Out with it, Toby. I can't wait all evening. I've just seen something, said Toby in a shaky voice. It looked like Percy's ghost. It said it was coming here to warn us. Ha! Who cares? Don't be frightened, Toby. I'll take care of you. Peep! Peep, peep, peep! Let me in! Let me in! No, not by the smoke of my chimney, chim. I'll chuff, and I'll puff, and I'll break your door in! Oh dear, exclaimed Thomas. It's getting late. I had no idea. Oh, I must find Annie and Clarabelle. And he hurried out the other way. Percy was none the worse for his adventure and was still enjoying himself enormously. He was soon being clean, but Thomas never returned. Where have you been? Toby asked Thomas the next morning. Well, said Thomas, I knew you'd be sad about Percy, and I, didn't like to intrude. I sat in the good shed and, sorry, I can't stop. I have to see a coach about the train. Well, what do you know about that? Anyone would think our Thomas had just seen a ghost.